Hello, what's up, guys? This is my first time going live, so this is all brand new to me. And we are live from 50's Ice Cream. Okay, what does this say here? Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting with your viewers in real time. Creators must be 18. Okay, good. I'm 18. When you receive certain gifts, such as TikTok Universe. We have gifts here? Grayson's here. Nice. Grayson, congratulations. You're my first live TikTok person. We have a celebration to talk about today, which I'm very glad to be able to talk about here. Grayson, do me a favor. Let me know that you can hear my voice. I want to know that I'm talking to real people. That seems to be really important. Nice. Grayson says we can hear him. I think I timed this perfectly because school should be out here in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. And that's when the majority of people will be coming on, I'm thinking. So Grayson, you get the trophy for being first. We're just going to eat ice cream for a few minutes until more people roll in here. And then I have a big announcement. Big announcement, everybody. That's why I'm doing this live, is to let everybody know something very exciting about our song, the Jamestown Boogie, which is taking the nation by storm. Meanwhile, to celebrate, I've gone down to 50's Grill and Dairy, you know, my favorite ice cream spot, to congratulate myself on this amazing news I'm about to tell you in a few minutes when more people roll in. So, all right, we got another person. Nahida, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. How do I say hi? Now, there we go. What else can I do here on live? Set up exclusive emotes for your super fans. All right, if you guys know what exclusive emotes are, let me know so I can start doing that. If you guys want me to do that, or I can just ignore it entirely. This is your world. Let me know what you want. What else we got here? Drew Robinson in the house, my man. John liked the live. Now we're getting people in here. This is wonderful. Thank you for joining us, everybody. My name is Kev Rowe. I'm a songwriter, and something really amazing has happened here on TikTok. I wrote a song called the Jamestown Boogie, and it's getting discovered everywhere right now on TikTok. Okay, the song. It's about my hometown, where I live here in Western New York. We're having ice cream, by the way, to celebrate a big announcement, which I'm about to tell you in a few more minutes. So stay with me. You might be asking yourself, what kind of ice cream does Kev like? Well, let me answer that very popular question. First of all, we're at 50's Grill and Dairy, my favorite ice cream spot here in Jamestown, New York. And I like to order butter pecan ice cream with Oreo cookies on top of it. So you can see it's butter pecan with Oreo on it. Right? I'm saying. Classic flavors. Gregory Pizzaro has lit up all gifts in their gift gallery. That sounds interesting. Lexi sent TikTok Universe to Sanchez. This is my first TikTok live, so I'm just like learning what is happening here. It says 742 people are here. Is that possible? If you live in Jamestown, in the comments, say, I live in Jamestown, like it's JoJo just decided to do. 867 people? Is that possible? Let me know if this heart up in the left-hand corner means how many people are actually following this live. That's pretty amazing. I have a huge announcement to tell you guys at 3 o'clock. Up until then, we're just going to hang out for a little bit and eat ice cream. Thank you for joining us. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm a lifelong musician. I've been playing music full time as an occupation for 30 years. An occupation for 30 years. Somebody was trying to call me right there. Actually, it was my booking agent and my old manager. He probably wanted to talk business shop. Is it possible that 1,300 people are following this live? That would be incredible. No. If you're from Jamestown, New York, leave a comment saying, I love Jamestown, New York. So I'm a full-time musician. I have been for 30 years. And just recently, I released a song about my hometown called the Jamestown Boogie, which is blowing up right now. Do you know Purcell Middle School? I live like right around the block from Purcell Middle School. I'm not going to say the address because I don't want people coming to my house and throwing eggs at it when they don't like what I have to say online. But yes, I know exactly where Purcell Middle School is. Nice. So, my 30-year journey as a musician. I used to be in touring bands, so I toured all across the country in my first two bands. My first band was called 5 Cubic Feet from Jamestown, New York, and that was like my high school band. So we started when I was 16 years old, and we did it in our garage and made albums until we got into our college years. Then we still kept it serious, and then we toured. So I toured with that band until I was about 27. And that was amazing because we had no idea what we were doing out on the road, but it was the most fun I've ever had because we were free and young and ambitious, and we had no idea what exhaustion meant. Yeah, so fun. My second band was more successful, actually. It was called Big Leg Emma, and we toured and made records and got national. And so we were doing the festivals. It was Americana music. I played electric guitar in that, lead electric guitar. Let me know in the comments if you can still hear my vocals, because I want to make sure that you can hear exactly what's going on here. Are you going on tour, says John. Well, yes, someday. Okay, John says we can hear. Wonderful. Thank you, John. Musicians are kind of always open to touring if things line up right. If I can go to your hometown and you'll come to the theater and hang out with me, then hell yeah, I'd go on tour. Right now, I'm loving putting out music for my home studio, the Jamestown Boogie. So right now we're focused on that, but someday we will tour again for sure. Back to Big Leg Emma. So in Big Leg Emma, we toured the country and played with the most amazing musicians, mostly in the Americana bluegrass, jam band, festival scene. My ice cream, just in case you forgot, that's what we were doing here. Yeah, so that was an amazing experience because the music got so good. We were a really good band, and we had a lot of songwriters and a lot of singers and lots of harmonies, and we got really, really good. Towards the end of Big Leg Emma, it got really, really tough, though. It was hard because, how do I put this? Bands all have kind of a window of opportunity, and when the window is open and you strike while it's hot, you can do amazing things. But not. Luckily, I charged my phone before we got on this little adventure. So eventually, the band broke up. That was about 10 years ago, and then I went solo. and I've been doing solo songwriting and content producing and from my studio at home ever since. So that's the majority of my solo fan base online has come from that. Is it possible 2,300 people are watching this? What do the hearts in the left-hand corner mean? Someone leave me in the comments what that actually means, because that would just be crazy time. In 3 minutes, I release the big announcement. Back to the ice cream. If you have some in the fridge, you should go get some. Drew Robinson. Good to see you, buddy. Who else is here? Maddie. The people who liked your live. Maddie liked my live. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate it. Are there any musicians out there in the crowd? Any songwriters? If you're a songwriter, in the comments say, songwriter. John, my man. Shahone, songwriter. Sweet. Sorry if I said your name wrong. I always like unique names, though. I want to meet the parents of people who give their kids unique names. Kaylee, songwriting. Yes. You guys are my people. You know what it's all about. For the people who are just arriving, I'm eating ice cream from my favorite ice cream spot, 50's Grill and Dairy, right here in Jamestown, New York. And the kind of ice cream I have, okay, it's butter pecan, which is kind of an old guy type of ice cream, I'm sure, but with Oreo cookies on top. So that's the way I roll. I almost get the same thing every time. You were so close. Alyssa shared the live. Cool, thank you. In 1 minute, I released the announcement. $3,000 viewers. Wow, that is incredible. Nice to meet you, all you people out there. Yes, Raiden gets it. Everybody do the Jamestown Boogie. So let's do a little review before I make the big announcement. The review of this story is, recently I just put out a song called the Jamestown Boogie. It's about my hometown, Jamestown, New York, where I am right now. And Jamestown is a small little town in western New York, right below Buffalo, about 90 miles below Buffalo, and almost to Ohio. So when I say New York, don't think New York City. Think like the Midwest. Small towns. It's a small old factory town. And we have beautiful lakes and rivers and hills and beautiful nature. So it's not like urban New York City. In fact, it's about as far away as you could be from New York City as possible. So I released this song called the Jamestown Boogie, which you can hear on Spotify right now. Where else is the song? It's on YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Do me a favor, in the comments, let me know, where do you guys listen to music? Spotify? Because I'm an old dude. But I wonder where young people actually listen to music. Is it Spotify or Apple Music or just YouTube? I have a sneaking feeling that it might be YouTube. Like, everybody goes there because it's free and it's easy. But if you're Spotify, let me know. Yep, Maddie says YouTube. Kaylee says Spotify. A lot go to YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I thought. 3,400 people are watching this. That's so cool. Enigma sent TikTok University Cat. Nice. So I released this song on Spotify called the Jamestown Boogie. and it is blowing up everywhere. And what I do is I go to all the cool places in my town. Like, you guys, hopefully you know who Lucille Ball is. Like, I Love Lucy. She's from my hometown. And we have murals all over my hometown of Lucy. And I go to these and say, hey, Lucy's from my hometown. But that's just not it. I go to all the nature spots too. So Chautauqua Lake, I went there. I go to anything that looks cool in my hometown, and I make a post and say, I wrote this song about my hometown, and it's called the Jamestown Boogie. And the people, and then I geotag those places in the post so that the people who live in my area will see it. And it's blowing up and getting big news, like locally and regionally and nationally. So now it's reaching people all over the country, this one song, the Jamestown Boogie. So today, the big news is this. I just did an interview for a newspaper in our town called the Post-Journal because they wanted to know everything that was going on about the Jamestown Boogie. So I just got off the phone with the editor at the Post-Journal because he wanted to know about it. And we had this amazing 30-minute interview about the Jamestown Boogie and how it's getting out to the rest of the world. So how cool is that? Ice cream time, I'm saying. So, later this week, I'm thinking like Friday or Saturday, there's going to be an article coming out in the Post-Journal about the Jamestown Boogie and you guys for helping me get it out to the rest of the world. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. This is my first live, so thank you for joining us, everybody who is wondering who this old guy is. I'm a singer-songwriter. Your song is definitely getting out there. Congratulations. Thank you, country girl. Lucy is here. Now, the next thing I'm wondering is, how long do these lives usually last? Like, how long should I stay here and talk? Are they like 10 minutes, a half an hour, an hour? I know streaming is like super popular these days. So I would say this is the closest thing I've ever done to streaming. Excuse me if I take an ice cream break, but we're still celebrating the article in the Post-Journal. I want a date when I come home in September. You mean like date anyone? I'm hoping that's what you mean. But if you mean me, wow, I'm very honored. And where did you get your ice cream? And I really don't matter. No, you matter. Why would you say that? Everybody here matters. David Paul, 57, just joined. Thank you for joining us, my brother. Anyone who's a musician in the crowd, leave a comment saying, I'm a musician. Why does this matter to me? Because I like to talk about music and life on the road and recording and studio stuff. And hi, love the hat, bro. Sweet. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that. Let me tell you a little about these hats. I had these designed, a couple years ago, and I built a Shopify store with these Kevro hats. Actually, I have a Shopify store with all this merch in it. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers. Of course, I've put out 10 solo CDs, which I have all printed on compact discs. No vinyl, but CDs. And I shut down the Shopify store like a year ago because I was working on other things, mainly recording and live performance. Okay, it doesn't matter how long you are live. Okay, good. No pressure on that end. How old are you? 49. How'd you know that, Grayson? How did Grayson know how old I am? Probably Googled it, didn't you? Wow, amazing. Yes, the AI summary of this is that I'm discussing how my new song, The Jamestown Boogie, is going viral. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. AI summary knows exactly why we're doing this live. Because my new song, The Jamestown Boogie, is going viral. Wow, I can't tell you guys how many songs I've written. I've written over 1,000 songs at this point in my life, and no song has resonated with people the way that this one is. Now, I want to warn you guys, the last time I checked, my phone was at like 15% power, so if everything just dies suddenly and I'm offline, it's because my phone died. And I should probably plug in my charger. I don't want to turn on my van. Where was I? What was I talking about? More ice cream. Oh, the Shopify store. Hold that thought. Okay, the Shopify store. I do have plans to turn on the Shopify store. So if you want this hat, pretty soon you're going to be able to buy it. Now, should I set up a TikTok shop? I'm an amateur at this stuff. I don't even know how that works. If you guys think that I should turn on some kind of TikTok shop, let me know in the comments, because I know that is becoming popular here on TikTok, like people buying products and stuff, but I don't know how to set that up. But I'm very ambitious, and I will learn how that works if that's what you guys want me to do. Do you go to Dunkirk a lot? Lucas says. Not really. I drive through Fredonia on my way to like Buffalo, or maybe up to Fredonia and go to Cleveland, or if I'm touring or if I'm traveling for business, for music business, sometimes I'll go to Fredonia, but I don't go all the way to Dunkirk. Although my band used to play in Dunkirk a lot. We played on the pier a bunch of times. We played at that little restaurant right there before the pier. I think it's a Greek restaurant. We used to play at the Con Club, like it's the Conservation Club, I think it was called. Where am I right now? Mark says, I am at my favorite ice cream spot in Jamestown, New York, called 50's Grill and Dairy. Ah, yes, I know what you're talking about. Nice. So the question at hand, should I turn on some kind of TikTok shopping feature store, or just turning on my Shopify store? Buy me some fries. I'm not sure that's how this works. Country Girl says, I support a few bands that play in Jamestown. Who are they? I want to know who these bands are. I'm sure I know all the guys in the band and girls. We're going to recap the big news here in like 2 minutes. And then I'm going to ask you guys a favor. Afraid of Human. I don't know them. I hear you, John. John says, hey, Kev, miss you and BLE. Hope all is well. For those that don't know, BLE was my band, Big Leg Emma. We raged and took the Western New York by storm 10 years ago. Carson says, I love the Jamestown Boogie. Carson, thank you for your support. Let me know where you listen to the song. I think the general consensus is YouTube, but some people listen on Spotify, which when I'm listening to music, I listen to Spotify because I like playlists. Playlists are huge for me. I'm really psyched that I've gotten to connect with you guys. Carson says, I listen to it every morning on Spotify. That is so cool. That is awesome. I first saw your song on Facebook. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know if people like listened on Facebook and Instagram and then came over to TikTok to join here. But it's good to know that there's some crossover between all the platforms. Sometimes as a content creator, you think you're talking to completely different audiences all the time. Kaylee is, I've reposted all your videos. Yes, I see that. That's so cool. Carson says, Kev, do a fan meetup in Jamestown. Carson, where do you want me to do it? Like, I've thought about that. I'm just not sure where. All right. I'll think about where we can do that. You know what might be cool? The skate park. Any of you guys go to the Jamestown skate park? Downtown. I know it's really popular, and they have concerts there sometime. And it's more of like a good, safe, all ages, friendly environment around something many of you already like doing. I know Pete Shira, the guy who runs that. Actually, I graduated with his sister, and I could talk to him about doing a meetup there. That would be pretty cool, actually. So maybe we'll do that at some point. My other idea was to start going into schools and meeting people that way. I don't know. I have so many ideas. Like, some of the other things I want to do is like a live DJ gig where I just show up and play all my songs as a DJ and have like a straight up dance party. Like something super fun and all upbeat. Like total optimism and just fun. Great lights, great sound, and all this music I've produced over the last like 6 months, like that stuff. Jay, I play football for the high school. Nice, man. That's cool. So, the big news is the Jamestown Boogie is going viral right now. It's blowing up online, and we just did an interview with the Post-Journal, my local newspaper, and everybody's going to know about this like Friday or Saturday. When the article comes out, all of a sudden, normal people will know about this song. And the interview was so fun because all I did was talk about positivity and all the great things about my town. Here are some of them. The people, the community. Like, the people in Jamestown, New York have an extra layer of character. An extra layer of, like, soul and integrity. Because we have to withstand long winters. And we have challenges. Like, here on TikTok, I've learned all the bad things about Jamestown. I don't really want to list them, but sure. The Dirty J, the Fent Lean, the Fent Full. We have some problems. I don't even need to tell you what those problems are. But in the article, in the interview, all I did was talk about the great things about Jamestown, New York. So it's going to be so positive and so fun that everyone else in the county is going to go, what? I didn't know Jamestown was so cool. Well, surprise, it is. So when that happens, normal people like your dad and your mom and anyone who's not on TikTok or online is going to read that in the paper and they're going to go, oh, that's what my kid was talking about. Or that's what my buddy at the bar was mentioning to me. Like, the word is starting to spread. Meg says, there are great things about Jamestown people are so negative. I know. We're going to change that. That's right. Jason, thank you for following. I should be putting out more call to actions here. Yes. If you have not yet followed my channel here on TikTok, please do. Go follow us. Go follow now so you can get more lives like these. I'll probably do this like, I don't know, once a week, maybe once every couple days now that I know it was so cool. Just because I'm enjoying talking to you guys. But what can you do? When the article comes out, look for it online, or look for the actual physical newspaper. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably go to like 7-Eleven and find the actual newspaper so that I can look through it and see the article about the Jamestown Boogie. And then my mom will probably have 10 copies for me when I see her. So yeah, look for the article and read it and let me know what you guys think about it. The other thing you can do is just share the song. Like, I told the interviewer at the end of the interview, I was like, if anyone really feels happy about where they live and are proud about Jamestown in a way that they feel is unique to them, they should share that with other people, because there are way too many people sharing the negative stuff already. We need to like offset the scale and like balance things. In Jamestown, there's like 95% negative right now. We need to like make it 50-50 at least to bring some kind of hope to our area. That's like the whole goal of the whole thing. Country Girl says exactly. That's what I'm saying. Arrow says my dad knows you. That's awesome. I'm thinking that's going to be pretty common here on TikTok too. So yeah, share the song. Listen to a part of your life, and I'm hoping that like while you're playing basketball this summer, you turn it on and listen to it with friends, or if you're at a picnic with your family and you want some fun music to turn on, instead of putting the new Taylor Swift album on, which I love, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love popular music. I'm not one of those guys who's like anti things that are popular. I love a lot of popular music and I listen to it all the time. But if you find some local music that is just as good, that's pretty amazing, because it's hard to be just as good as like mega pop stars. So if you find a song that you like just as much, listen to that and play it for your friends, because then they're like, oh man, we have like good local music. Surprise, surprise. And I'm not rare in that regard. There is good local music everywhere in this country. It's just people don't know about it. TikTok Laney says next family function. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Laney. You get it. I've met some good friends in Jamestown. Nice. My ice cream is starting to melt here, so I think I'm going to be getting going. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I will see you sometime soon. I'm not sure when. The Jamestown Boogie is your song, not mine. How do I turn this off? I'm not even sure how to shut this off. We may be live forever. Guys, we're live forever. Or until my phone dies. Or your phone dies. Oh, and live. All right. Love you guys. See you soon. TikTok forever. Jamestown Boogie forever. Bye.